Hello, Do Gang. I've tried 2 rain teams. I think they're really extremely bad, actually. Setting up rain is just an instant loss condition. Like turn 1, you can't attack. Oh, we don't have a flyer. And your opponent can just kill you while you're setting up rain. There we go. And all of that just to set up rain, which Surf deals literally 0 damage, even with rain. Even with fake out, you just get crit. What if you run into double OHKO move? Like, you can't even stay alive turn 1. In my opinion, there's no redeeming quality to rain, from what I've experienced. This is not the Safari Zone, indeed. It is not. Alright, last Persian stream, we did 15 rounds. The goal is at least 25 wins. So let's see if we can make it there. Yeah, I'm not saying you shouldn't try it. Like, I might try it again at some point, but I've done 2 attempts with 2 slightly different teams, and it's just bad. And it's never not gonna be bad. Alright, starting off with a Moltres. Willing to risk total disaster, that's Destiny Bond on Wobbuffet. I mean, if he brings Wobbuffet, it's basically a free win. Yeah, I think we should go Persian just in case the Wobbuffet decides to destroy me. Oh, I should have maybe looked at which Starmie he has. 1 second, I'm gonna look at my own stream. What was the phrase? Did he have any speed investment? It's the main question. Neglect speed. Okay, there's no fast Starmie. The Moltres probably sees a kill. I wanted to keep targeting the Persian, so I think I'll fake out Persian. Oh, it's Starmie too. Oh, that's kind of bad, maybe. Well, surely it sees the kill on Persian as well now, so actually no, that's good. Oh, but now Moltres doesn't see the kill on Persian anymore, maybe. But it should be fine. Yeah, I guess I'll double protect then. Wait. What? There's no way you can see a kill on Lapras. How do you not see a kill on Persian? With Hydro Pump in Rain? Like, you have to see a kill. What is going on? If they double target, they can maybe kill Lapras? So I should fake out? Would be my guess. But how? It's a roll? Oh, this Starmie has 0 special attack. Okay, that makes more sense. I forgot about that one. It's probably fine if I just rest or something. There you go. That Moltres is slower than me? Damn. I forgot I... Yeah, I guess it makes... Wait. Does it have quiet nature or something? I thought we only outsped Nidoking. Maybe not. I didn't see the kill again. I'm still shocked Starmie in Rain Hydro Pump doesn't guarantee a kill in Persian. Hello, Bacon Boy. But Starmie is a fraud after all. Alright, one legendary defeated. Okay, Todd is not gonna have legendaries. That's a Pokefan. Oh no! It's the legendary Delcatty of Doom! It's over. Alright, we're gonna fake out the cackling. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, it's guaranteed Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, Quick Claw, Delcatty. Big crit. Was that Quick Claw or are you just faster? I don't know what the investment is on Delcatty. Delcatty really hates the Lapras. Okay. Quick Claw Sing, but it missed. Alright, easy win. Even if that Sing lands, we are not in any danger. Quick Claw Sing is low-key terrifying, to be honest. Not so much for this team. Well, I mean, no, not this. We still would have had Lum Berry turn 1. Wait, why isn't this a draw, Bacon Boy? It's because the dome is unique. And if you are the higher seed in the bracket, you win on a tie. It's the only place in the Battle Frontier where you can win on a draw. Kind of like just bringing Latios here. Could go Latios Persian even. Emphasize a special attack. So either the Gyarados or the Salamence has special attack. Besides the Charizard. Or well actually, it could be special Gyarados and Salamence and physical Charizard. Hello LEJ. Yes, it's grind o'clock. It's probably safer if I just bring Lapras, but I think I'll bring Latios. Firestorm had an enemy Shuckle Toxic Ally Hera cross, which got removed by Lum Berry. Yeah, that's I've seen that happen before. It's very funny. Would special Gyarados be scarier than Salamence? I think so. Okay, there's no Protect on the Salamence. Could still be Bright Powder. Gyarados does not live. Does bulky Gyarados actually just die because it's 3 IVs? Okay, Earthquake, so probably it was special Gyarados? Easy battle. Emphasizes speed. So it's fast Crobat, which does outspeed Persian and Latios on this team. But also gets one shot by Psychic. Flamethrower Charizard. Oh, that's the wrong one. Double Edge. That could be Crobat or Shadow Ball. Could also be Crobat or Umbreon. It's probably Crobat with both. That is fast. Yeah, there is. Don't really know who this is. I'm leaning towards Latios Lapras. Oh, I guess we also just one-shot the Charizards now. I need to get into the low IV, and also we're modest now, so even if it wasn't low IV, we would one-shot or at least have a good chance to do so. It could be Bright Powder Crobat, but it could also be Bright Powder Charizard, so it doesn't really matter too much. Shadow Ball. Could be Scope Lens. Okay. Hello, Samson. Watched a ton of my videos. This is the first time you've caught a live. Well, good to have you here. There's the crit. Maybe it would be better to try to kill the Charizard because Charizard is slower. So only get attacked once, but... Crobat has Confuse Ray potentially, I think? Yeah. Which is just annoying. But it doesn't really matter that much. Because they can't really kill the Lapras. Alright, that's the first round of today. We didn't instantly lose, that's good. Samson, you just finished IV breeding and EV training a team for Tower. You got Gengar, Salamence, Snorlax. You're on a 28 win streak right now, going for the Golden Shield. Right, best of luck. You've got 3 powerful Pokemon. So it should definitely be possible. What are your movesets? Willing to risk total disaster. This is a set 3 trainer, so that's a Quick Claw Explosion Steelix. There's no Bright Powder on the Kangaskhan. I think God of War 3 also doesn't have Bright Powder. So we probably should win. There shouldn't be a reason for Kangaskhan to click Endure randomly. Steelix Kangaskhan, okay. I mean, if he explodes, I just win. And that shouldn't be enough to put him in Endure range. Rock Slide, we dodge. Samson, you need battle points? Ah yeah, when you're just getting started, you might not have all the moves you want. Oh, oh yeah, right, you have Thunderbolt. You don't have Ice Punch on Gengar or Rock Slide on Mens. Lex has Rest, Curse, Return Earthquake. Okay. Just watch out for Gengar. Oh wait, it did Endure? Oops. Explosion could have been bad there. I thought Endure range was much lower than this. I guess I should have played that differently then. Your men's has Dragon Dance, Brick Break, Earthquake, Airlace, Gengar's T-Bolt, Destiny Bond, Psychic, Hypnosis. I'm guessing Hypnosis is gonna get replaced by Ice Punch. Brooks, that's a set 4. Gentleman. Okay, speaking of Gengar Snorlax. Willing to risk total disaster. Does Gengar 4 have Destiny Bond then? It does have Destiny Bond. Yeah, 4 doesn't have Thunderbolt, so I'm not that worried about Gengar. Otherwise, I probably would have brought Latios to one-shot the Gengar, I think. Samson, you have a Bolt Moltres from XD with Will-O-Wisp and Morning Sun that you might want to use. And a solid Suicune from Colosseum. Very nice. Moltres is extremely good, actually. And Suicune as well, of course. Yeah, it does tend to turn XD into an emote. But I knew what you were saying. You're not the first person to have that happen to you. But Will-O-Wisp Morning Sun Moltres is really good for tower singles. And Suicune is really good pretty much everywhere. What's the nature on the Suicune? Is it also bold? It's definitely one of the best natures. Someone, NXF sent me a Suicune that they RNG'd in Colosseum that has extremely good stats and is bold. So I'll use that at some point. I was looking at Suicune for Palace, but you want a modest one. I might still bring bold Suicune at some point. Your Suicune is modest? Oh, nice. So you could definitely use that one in the palace very well. Yes, 31 HP and 31 defense. You've never RNG'd? Damn, that's a really good reset. Yeah, the only thing I have RNG'd is a Hidden Power Zapdos and a Hidden Power Articuno. Gavin is another Pokefan, also has Blissey, and Snorlax is back. Snorlax 4 again. I have an interesting idea for a Palace team, but I'm gonna need some hidden powers. Yesterday, I figured I would look, if I were to like, one of the Pokemon I'm looking at is a Gyarados. I was like, if I were to RNG this, how many frames would it take? It would take 9.2 million frames to find the Magikarp I'm looking for, apparently. That seems a little high. Samson took you forever resetting and catching the thing with a netball. You had to beat Venus and catch Suicune legitimately over and over again. Yeah, I have not... Well, I haven't even played the GameCube games yet. Not really, anyway. I am planning to. But yeah, I'm not looking forward to... resetting for a good one. I don't know if I will. Maybe at some point. Just PKX at that point? Yeah. Yeah, but the point of this save file is that all of the Pokemon are gotten in-game. But I could probably egg RNG it. I don't... I'm not good at RNG and I don't like doing RNG. But maybe I'll do that at some point. Hex is too powerful. It is very powerful. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping with this save file that by showing that if I can get the Pokemon in game without RNGing, without PK hacks, etc., then other people can too. And I hope that encourages some people to play the Frontier. I don't know if it does, but I hope so. Like, I don't always have perfect IVs on my Pokemon. I mean, usually I don't. This Latios does have perfect IVs, but that's because I stole it from the Ruby Tower. Ooh, this is scary. Attacks with powerful low PP moves. I think it says powerful, but I'm pretty sure it only looks at the PP. And not at the power, so ancient power would count. Yeah, all moves with 5 PP or lower. Three plus low PP moves. Overheat Blaziken. Ancient Power Aerodactyl. Meghorn is 10, right? Fire Blast is 5, but you don't have... Do you have Ancient Power Fire Blast? No. Oh, Hyper Beam. Hyper Beam is 5. Okay, it's Choice Band Aerodactyl. This is tough. Fighting types are scary. Yeah, there's Overheat. Hyper Beam, yeah. I got it. Wait, that's the wrong one. Mega Horn, okay, that's literally every Heracross. So, Heracross could be Bright Powder or Focus Band. Which is extremely scary if I want to bring Latios. Which I normally would against double fighting. Next, it's just too easy to test Pokemon and then keep them. You've gotten your actual team basically legit. What does basically legit mean? That sounds like it's not actually legit. You just use PKX to check IVs and to clone them for level 50 or level 100. Yeah, I use PKX to check IVs as well. And also to clone them. That's basically what I use PKX for. And to change EVs sometimes. Samson, you personally like getting them legit? Yeah, I think a lot of people do. Wouldn't feel like your Pokemon if you didn't obtain them yourself. Yeah, that's fair. But no hate to other people. Yeah, I think if you're okay with it, I would encourage RNGing or genning Pokemon to save yourself the time. But you don't have to. And you don't need perfect IVs to win. One second. Okay, let's focus on this battle. So it's Overheat. Emphasizes attack and speed. That doesn't actually tell me anything. It could be Heracross. Wait, no, actually it does tell me. Because the Aerodactyl has 170 speed. And 170 plus 252 or 255 is not enough to get emphasis. So this is guaranteed Blaziken free. Unless I'm wrong, but one time I thought a certain Pokemon was a certain set and turned out it wasn't because of 170 not activating emphasis. So Blaziken free. Aerodactyl 2. And it needs to be a speed attack Heracross. That's a lot of them, to be fair. Well, actually, it's only 2 of them, but one of those is Bright Powder, which is what we didn't want to see. Jeff, you RNG your Pokemon for Emerald and Egg RNG was painful. I keep hearing like, oh, it's so easy. I've never tried it myself, but I think it would be a pain for me as well. Like getting my Zapdos took over 100 resets. I'm not good at RNG. Max, you have 1 cheated Ditto. Took you so long to find a 4 IV. You just tweaked the last 2 just for breeding. I have only found 2 IV Dittos, and I've caught 800 of them. So it's definitely tough. I think Twisted Motive caught like a couple of thousand, 3,000 maybe, and he got 1 free IV Ditto or something. Luckily for me, for most of my Pokemon, I steal Pokemon from the Ruby Tower to be parents with perfect IVs. Unfortunately, that doesn't work for something like Tauros, who can only breed with a Ditto. So that's my biggest issue. Okay, so what do I want to do here? I think Latios should one-shot Arrow and Blaziken. I don't know if Blaziken can decide to endure. I'm not entirely sure how Double's target AI works. Like if he decides he wants to attack Latios and then sees, oh wait, I can't actually hit the Latios and then endures turn 1, that would be really bad. I don't know if the AI works like that. But I feel like this might be the safest. Jacob, unless it's VGC, just gen it. Unless the search is what you think is fun. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. If you're okay with it, I encourage people to RNG or gen their Pokemon for Frontier. Okay, there's no Heracross. I'm just gonna kill Arrow first. Okay, there's no Endure. And luckily nowadays you don't need to gen for VGC anymore because champions exist now. Oh yeah, next to Arrow you would always just Earthquake. Jacob, you have a perfect Ditto from Scarlet Violet raid. Yeah, but that's newer gens. Newer gens, everything is basically free. Max, you like the search sometimes to a certain extent, but after a certain point you're like, ah man, wrap it up. Yeah, it gets old eventually. It's the same with breeding. If you just keep getting like no progress over and over. That's why, like, stealing the parents from the Ruby Tower has been so great for me, because then you actually can make some progress very quickly. Although, the Magikarp, the modest Magikarp I was hunting for, I finally got one that's good. That I think I will be using. But for some reason, I just could not make progress on that one, even though I had a perfect parent. Attacks with powerful low PP moves again. So, Cross Chop, Machamp. Oh, is it mixed attacking? Fire Blast? Wait, it's Special Aggron? Mixed Machamp? Oh, that's kind of funny. Two of the best special attackers, Aggron, Machamp. Samson, it's tough when you want to play but don't have enough time? Yeah, definitely. You pay for self-drive in your car, so you can grind mons while commuting. Damn, that's crazy. Okay, we kill you. Perish. Jeff, getting shinies was a bit easier, but getting IVs were hard. Interesting. I mean, I guess good IVs are rarer than shinies. I mean, it does depend on your parents, of course. If I have one of my perfect parents, it's probably not as bad. You wish you did it later because there are better egg RNG videos out there now than when you did yours. Oh yeah, I guess that also develops. Hello, Tima. You've done some legitimate breeding in Emerald. And you also did RNG manipulation breeding, which took forever, but got you the perfect hidden power rock ride-on you wanted. After that hell, you started using PKX. I actually started out the other way. I started on my 2DS, which has an app that is similar to PKX. So I started out that way. And then I realized I really enjoyed the Frontier. So I was willing to invest enough time to get the Pokemon cartridge. And also, when I didn't know that much about IVs and Gen 3 mechanics, I made a Zapdos with hidden power and got a really good streak. And then I was told, wait, that IV combination can't exist. I was like, wait, what? That's a thing? I thought it was only a GameCube thing, but it wasn't. No explosion. Marowak Cheri. I think I'll just bring Latios Lapras. So yeah, just getting the Pokemon in-game. Make sure I can never have an illegal Pokemon because I got them myself. I mean, Pokemon stolen from the tower are technically illegal. But they can still exist normally as well. At least some of them. But yeah, I may use our Gent Pokemon again in the future. But for now, they've all been gotten on cartridge. And probably if I Gen Pokemon, I'm not going to use them on this save file. Timmy also made a perfect Ninjask. Oh yeah, I mean, the worst, like most difficult is getting like a bait Pokemon with 0 HP, 0 defense, 0 special attack. That's like almost impossible to get from breeding. Samson Jinx 2, Bright Powder, Persian, Protect, Mean Look, Lovely Kiss. Who made that set? Yeah, that's it's definitely a set. It's actually quite annoying. Machamp, Dragonite, Latios. I think we're gonna go with another Latios Dugong. Yeah. Firestorm, your favorite Jinx 2 moment is when it uses it when you with only 2 opponents remaining in doubles. Yeah. They can just kill themselves. There's no Persian logic for final Pokemon. And even if there was, it probably wouldn't work in doubles because they use Explosion with only 2 Pokemon left as well. Should I protect here? I'm a little bit afraid of Machamp. Quick Claw, Cross Chop, Bright Powder, Focus Punch. Kind of stuff. I should have looked more at the moves. It probably... I feel like maybe the Bright Powder one would activate some different phrase. The thing is, Latios can just crit Latios and kill it as well. And then we also have a problem. I should have checked the moves. I'm chatting a little bit too much. Not paying attention. I think I'm just gonna Perish Song. I feel like there's too many things that can go wrong if I protect as well. Okay, crit wouldn't even kill me with this one. Damn. That's definitely 0 bulk Latios, but that's still so much more damage than I'm used to with perfect IVs. Oh wait, I have Dragon Claw on this Latios. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm used to having Waterfall now. But I made it modest so I didn't need Waterfall and I could just one-shot Rhydon and Golem with Ice Beam. Guaranteed. Willing to risk total disaster. Okay, one of those two is Quick Claw Explosion. Let's look at some moves. Let's actually lock in a little bit. Iron Tail. Okay, that's definitely On the Steelix. I know there's a Quick Claw Explosion one, but there probably is a non-Quick Claw Explosion one that also has it. No? Okay, it's guaranteed Steelix 4. So there's no Quick Claw Explosion on the Golem. There's Focus Punch on the Golem. Oh, is that Golem 2? Oh, that's the wrong trainer. Focus Punch, Focus Punch. I want to say Golem 2. That is Golem 2. What was your phrase? Oops. Oh, she also had the Explosion Golem. Emphasizes attack. That doesn't mean anything, does it? Or actually... No, Golem has max attack. And I think Steelix does too? Or Steelix HP? No, it's max attack, max special defense. So that doesn't tell me anything about the Aerodactyl. I mean, Ice Beam is just gonna kill something. And I just need to protect turn 1. In case of Quick Claw Explosion. No, actually, yeah, no, I do. Steelix Explosion I don't think actually kills me. But... the Golem would survive. And then I would be... Okay, there's no Golem. I'm pretty sure Aerodactyl always dies to Explosion, so I'm not gonna bother protecting. Quick Claw Earthquake. Oh yeah, that's also a higher priority anyway. It literally doesn't matter. How many moveset variations of the same Pokemon can there be? So most Pokemon have 4. But there are like some that have 6, some have 8, and some have 10. And some only have 2, or even 1. Yeah, most of them have 4. So Steelix has 4, Arrow has 4, Golem has 4. Then legendaries have 6. Zapdos, Suicune, Regice, they have 6. Then there are some Pokemon that are considered to be good, I guess, by the developers. Like Machamp, Starmie, Gardevoir, Lapras, they have 8 sets. And then there's Tyranitar and Dragonite, they have 10 sets. They're the only Pokemon with 10. And then some weaker Pokemon like Delcatty, Chansey, they have 2 sets. And something like a Magikarp would have 1 set. Would only show up in round 1 and maybe 2. We haven't run into Soundproof yet. We ran into a lot of Soundproof last stream. So many Explouds. But not just Exploud. An Electrode, a Mr. Mime. Speaking of Tyranitar Dragonite, we found them. Yeah, for lower round Pokemon, usually only set 2 is possible in these higher rounds. Like some trainers that are like a specialist, they'll have some weaker Pokemon that fits their team, like Absol and a Hex Maniac. Pokefans are the most well known for bringing weirdly weak Pokemon, because they can have regular Porygon as well as Porygon 2, and they can have Chansey and Blissey. They have Delcatty, they also have Absol. Now Absol is pretty strong because it's Choice Band, 130 base attack. Emphasize a special attack. That could mean a lot of things. Because Dragonite can be max special attack, Tyranitar can be max special attack, Starmie can be no special attack, like we faced earlier on. And this is the first battle. I'm just gonna bring Latios. Latios should be able to one-shot either the Starmie or the Dragonite. Maybe if it's defensive Starmie, it will survive. Yeah, when they bring Chansey and Blissey, they can actually be an issue. Like, Chansey 2 is a demon. I've lost to Chansey 2. Okay, we're gonna try to one-shot the Starmie. We do always outspeed Starmie, even though we're not a plus speed nature because of the dome. Pokemon having lower IVs on the opponents. Right. It's gonna see a kill next turn, so I will substitute with Lapras, I think. I mean, he could maybe Rock Slide, but that probably doesn't do enough damage. We could get a crit. Nope. Yeah, double team plus leftovers is just a lose condition. I've lost to Meganium 2 as well because I missed 50 moves in a row. That was pretty recent. That was luckily not a long streak or a serious streak. We don't... Literally doesn't matter what we click this turn. There's a reason why I love Airlace and Parasong. And Ghost Curse. Samson, you just spent 15 minutes deciding what to do against Jinx 2. Then it decided to use Protect 4 times in a row and you just set up Dragon Dance and killed it. Yeah, that sounds like a Jinx 2 thing. The AI for Protect is bugged. So it's extremely likely to be clicked. Like the first protect is often like guaranteed unless it's like double team protect Pokemon like a Dusclops or a Moltres. But then after they've clicked the first protect, there's still a really high chance they click protect again. But once they get a double protect, like 2 successful protects in a row, they will stop clicking it. Okay, it could be more Quick Claw Explosion. No. No explosion. That's a tough team. Is it time for Persian again? I think it's time for Persian again. Solar Beam. Cradily is not the Pokemon I was worried about anyway. Jeff, you almost lost to Stall Registeel. Registeel is an easy loss condition. Like Registeel 1 or the double team Registeel. They're really annoying. Samson, you made it to the Salon Maiden in your first time. Nice, good luck. She's dangerous. So watch out. Armaldo could be Swords Dance, could also be Protect. I think I'm more afraid of Meteor Mash getting an attack raise, I think. Ancient Power. Omni Boost, also dangerous, of course. That's a lot of damage. Oh, Metagross also just is capable of seeing a kill in Persian. It's 50% to one-shot Persian. Oh, it's double team Metagross. I guess I should rest here. Double team, okay. Samson, you think you're gonna go straight into Snorlax on the Zam and set up Curse? Yeah, that sounds like it would be pretty good. Like the scariest thing would be freezing and then just not thawing. She can disable your curses, but disable is so bad. But she does like to click it. Oh, nice Quick Claw. Samson, you got 3 curses up. She missed disable. You're just gonna go for it now. Alright, good luck. I don't think she can beat you at this point. If you deal over 50% to her Snorlax, it's basically a free win. Yeah, double team is usually not as big of an issue in doubles. For a bunch of reasons. Turk is a bird keeper. Emphasizes speed. So at least one of between Gyarados and Salamence, at least one of them needs to be fast. Oh, he roared you out? Oh, you got burned and then he roared? Oh no. Unfortunate. Doesn't begin to describe. Yeah, in doubles it's really important to just ignore double team spammers, let them set up, and then deal with them when they're the last Pokemon. Usually, anyway. Both of these could have Protect. Okay, they don't have Protect. You got roared into Mens, you clicked DD, then killed Entei. Now it's just Lax. Yeah, Lax you just want to attack before it belly drums. That hurts. Just Quick Claw body slammed your Mens. You won? Nice, congrats. Congrats on your silver. We're using a lot of Latios today. But, I mean, it just depends on the opponent, right? If we can kill them, we kill them. Tess is a breeder, that's at 4 guaranteed. Just go Latios again, I think. Still not enough battle points for Ice Punch. Yeah, 48. That takes a few battles. Quick Claw, Belly Drum, Snorlax is scary. I mean, it's not that scary. If you Quick Claw Belly Drums turn 1 and you deal over 50%, they just die. That's like my favorite. And if they don't Quick Claw, they fail their move. I mean, they're not guaranteed to Belly Drum, of course. And it can definitely beat a lot of people, a lot of teams. But I used to like grind the first couple of rounds with a Choice Band Tauros. And Silver Annabelle was literally just pressing A. And usually I would just beat everything with Tauros. Oh, do we have enough for a sub? Yes. Not that it matters. Right, 19 rounds won. Oh, hello. That's quite the team. Steelix, Regice, Regirock, willing to risk total disaster. It could literally be any of them. Most likely Steelix? No, actually, most likely Regirock, because there's 3 Regirocks with explosion out of 6. And 2 out of 4 on the Steelix, I'm pretty sure. And then there's 1 out of 6 on the Regice, so that's definitely the least likely. Emphasizes HP and special defense. Oh, wait. That's, isn't that explosion Regirock guaranteed? Yeah. No, actually not guaranteed. There's 2 max special defense 1, and only 1 of them has explosion. I think every Steelix has max special defense, so that doesn't change anything. But it does mean the Regirock is max HP as well. Or the Regice is max HP besides the Regirock. Which only excludes the counter set. So yeah, not a lot of info. We can't really kill anything, so there's definitely a Persian Lapras. The issue is, if this is Steelix Regirock, I need to guess who has explosion, because they could, or it could potentially both be explosion. And if they explode, I lose. Because the other Pokemon resists and survives explosion. Well, I guess... Okay. Like, Steelix explosion, Lapras would survive, so I wouldn't instantly lose. I mean, should I fake out the Regice then? Because if Regirock explodes, I just win. Well, it could be Bright Powder Regice, actually. So never mind, I guess. And Regice is pretty weak, so Lapras should also survive if it explodes. Thunder Wave into Lum Berry, that's fine. So I'm pretty sure that's not Bright Powder. Yeah, it's definitely not Bright Powder, so I'm just gonna go double protect this turn. Superpower Regirock is scary, is it? Curse Regirock, okay. T-Wave. Next turn we will substitute before the T-Wave. So that will be nice. Tima, 2 days ago you faced Metagross Snorlax, turn 1. You earthquaked with Gyarados, protected Manectric. Metagross took 65% and showed Thunder Punch, which went into Manectric due to Lightning Rod. Snorlax used Belly Drum. Uh-oh. You couldn't swap and Earthquake again because of Bright Powder Metagross. You thought you can T-Bolt Metagross and kill Snorlax with Hidden Power Flying. So Metagross dies to Thunderbolt. Salamence comes out, intimidates Gyarados. That makes you miss the kill. And +6 Snorlax kills either one. But Hidden Power Flying just crit Snorlax anyway. Okay, I missed how we died, but did we get Earthquaked? No, probably not, right? I don't know what happened. No, oh no, wait, we just digged. Never mind, we're still alive. I'm totally focused, guys. I saw an empty spot. I was like, oh, I must have died. We did not, in fact, die. Now I'm alive. Yeah. Now I'm alive again. And now I'm dead again. I was just looking into the future. Timmy did Seeded Factory yesterday. It was a fun one. You read I lost? Yeah, I got crit by the Flygon. On the turn I would have won otherwise. Kai. Battle Girl. Steelix without Explosion. We're gonna bring Latios because I don't want to face Marowak. I don't know if there's a chance Blaziken endures. It was Flygon 4. Yeah, I had Shiftry as my last mon against the Flygon. And it crit me. Sandy, you can't stick around for too long. Good luck, though. Thank you. We can always use some luck. Yeah, I was considering doing a different play, which would have been potentially a worse play, But I replayed the set up to where I lost, and if I made that play, I would have won because the crit wasn't in the RNG that time, but I got attacked the same amount of times. I just wouldn't have been crit. So that was a little unfortunate. Okay, this is guaranteed set 4. That means Bright Powder, Sheer Cold, Wall Rain. This could be an easy loss. There it is. It's Quick Claw, Slowking, but we don't really care about the Slowking. We just care about this Bright Powder, Sheer Cold. Actually, I guess we do care a bit about the Slowking. Yeah, exactly, Tima. I've been thinking about that a lot. Like, people are gonna, like, analyze compare streaks. But, like, a streak that is played worse could win, while a streak that's played really well could lose just because of how the RNG turns out. And you need to be careful that you don't focus on, like, too much results-based analysis. Because you could have a 99% chance play and a 1% play, and a 99% play fails and the 1% play succeeds. That is possible. That doesn't make it a better play. Slowking can break my substitute. So setting up a substitute to avoid Sheer Cold is not a play I can go for here. Okay, we hit the fake out. That's a good start. Psychic into the Lapras. I was kind of hoping for an attack into Persian so they would both see the kill. I mean, at least I'm gonna be able to set up the substitute and then Walrein will get the move. And Slowking either is slower than Walrein or is faster than Lapras with Quick Claw, so it doesn't matter. Sheer Cold. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure which play was better. Because there were arguments for, like, I had Nidoking at low HP and Shiftry at full HP in the back. And I decided to just let the Flygon kill Nidoking. And then fake out double Giga Drain to kill Flygon. And I got killed on the second turn I would Giga Drain. Or well, the third turn, I guess. Like I hit the fake out. I hit the first Giga Drain. And then the second Giga Drain where I would have killed, I got crit. And I didn't focus band. I didn't get a single Bright Powder or focus band. The whole streak. I mean, it was only 3 battles, but still. Where's my RNG? Samson, you're confused. You're timid Gengar. I know what's going on, Samson. You're still in the lower rounds, so your opponent does not have perfect IVs. That's why I did more than 96%. You're in round 6 or something, so probably against 18 or 15 IVs. So that's the play I went for. The other play I was considering was switching in to Shiftry and then exploding. However, if I switch into the wrong move, I just lose without getting crit. Yeah, exactly. But it would have been my best chance to beat Flygon 2, I think. Because actually, I'm not entirely sure how Solar Beam AI works. Does it have the same chance to go for it as Fire Blast if it sees the kill with both on my Nidoking? Because then maybe that would have been my best chance. Just hope it goes for Solar Beam against Nidoking, switch in on the charge turn, then explode. But I don't know if it works like that. Solar Beam has weird AI, I know, but I don't know how the AI works for Solar Beam. I'm gonna assume you can just click it, right? So maybe that would be the main argument for Switch Explosion. But basically, I could have just lost if I switched, so I decided not to go for that play. Weaker than average team. We want to kill that Rhydon, I think. Or do we want to fake out Substitute? That might be even better. Actually. Yeah, maybe we go fake out Substitute turn 1. But nah, but then Nidoqueen or yeah, probably yeah, Nidoqueen could just break the Substitute the next turn. Yeah, no, I guess we're going Latios. So yeah, I think my play wasn't bad, I just got unlucky. I think I potentially misplayed the turn before. No, wait. No, that, or like earlier in the battle, I guess, is what I should say. Quite a few turns before, actually. Where I killed the Registeel with Perisong, because I had Missy 4. And then, like, on the last turn of Perisong, I had to decide who do I want to switch to. Do I want to go Shiftry or Nidoking? And I decided to go Shiftry. But I maybe should have gone Nidoking. I mean, in hindsight, of course, I know that there's an Entei. But the reason I was thinking I maybe should have gone that is because if I went Nidoking and there's a water type, I can switch into Shiftry. Potentially. I mean, if it's an Ice Beamer, especially something like Walrein, I can't really, to be honest. But like, I can potentially go switch into Shiftry. But I can't really switch out of Shiftry if there's a fire type. So I think that may have been my misplay. Yeah, I agree that Typhlosion may have been a better Pokemon. I just don't think Typhlosion is good. But it's factory, so you play with bad Pokemon. Yeah, no, I just literally never play Factory. I've gotten gold twice. Last time I played was 2 months ago. I'm not used to Factory logic for teams. I just think like the Typhlosion, if it doesn't kill something with overheat, it just has 0 power. Except for like 1v1ing fire types with Earthquake. Which on this team would have been pretty nice to help the shift tree. So it does have some good synergy with the team. And I'm not used to 31 versus 3. I say as I'm playing the Dome, but we're mostly used to 31 IVs. Yeah, Thunderwave immunity is also very nice. Alright, I wasn't even paying attention and we cleared round 20. I guess that was a relatively easy round. Can someone post the location for the live check? Because I keep remembering when the round is already done. I don't want to wait between rounds. So I'll just save them up for later. So if someone can post a location I can fly to. It OHKOes Gyarados with Thunder Punch. Any Gyarados? That's kind of crazy. But hey, the Nidoking had Thunder, so it also one-shots Gyarados. I got the one-shot Aerodactyl with Thunder. That was so much fun. Samir. That's a set 3 or 4 trainer for the Milo. Medicham is any set and Sneasel is set 2. Fortree. Fortree. I think that's how you spell it. Skilled at enfeebling foes. Is that stat lowering? Screech Icy Wind would be my guess. Let me check. Enfeebling. 1 stat lowering, 1 status. What's the status move? Do we have a Swagger? Sneasel with Swagger? No, Screech. Oh, attract melodic. Yeah, of course. Okay. I don't think Medicham has one. This is Milo. You do have attract, right? Yes. Melodic free. That could be quite annoying actually. But I think I can one-shot the Medicham because I'm modest and it's 3 IVs. So I think we just go Latios here. You one-shot Aerodactyl with Shadow Ball crit? I think you're not the only one, actually. I think I've seen that a couple of times. Okay, Medicham Sneasel. Oh no, big damage. Yeah, I mean, I know we're all playing the same RNG, but it doesn't mean we're all gonna be critting Aerodactyl with Gengar, right? I didn't even have Gengar. I also saw that turn 1 of Battle 1 there was crit RNG, but I switched out. So I didn't get that crit. It was quite funny because like Battle 1, Ursaring lead, like, oh, this is extremely likely to be like a normal type move or a ground type move, so let's switch it to Missy, and then it's special fucking Ursaring. So I have to switch back out. And then I think Battle 2, there's an Aerodactyl, and like, okay, 3 out of the 4 are gonna use Earthquake or what, Double Edge or something. So I switch it to Missy and it's Arrow 1, which doesn't have Earthquake. What was turn 1 again? It was Ursaring lead. I saw a lot of people fake out crit turn 1. Oh, Gillian legendaries. Samson, you just killed an arrow with Gengar? Yeah, usually it doesn't happen that much. Okay, 2 Reggies. Good at storing power. So that's like some setup and healing, I think. Maybe Registeel 1. Doesn't really matter too much. I think we're just winning with Perish Song. You also switched into Gengar? Yeah, that was funny. Like, oh, we countered it with our Ghost type. That's immune to ground. Oh, never mind. It has Crunch. Teaming at Typhlosion, Shifty, Gengar. Yeah, that was, I think, the most common combination, but most people led with the Shiftry, I think. You switched the Shiftry on the Crunch and then the Fake Out, put in Overheat range. Yeah, I didn't have Overheat, so I just switched back to Nidoking and just killed it with Earthquake. And we had Lum Berry, so I felt pretty safe. Wasn't too afraid of status. Could have been crit, of course. Oh, you thought it was Shiftry 1 for some reason. Oh yeah, that happens. Sometimes you just overlook something. The Milo freeze. Outdated. Okay, Toby set free. Wait, Special Earth Ring. There he is. We just go fake out, I think so. Like, I'm afraid of Quick Claw, Shadow Ball, crit from Flareon. That's unlikely, of course. I mean, you can also argue... Well, if it's not Aerodactyl, Latios isn't one-shotting anything. So I'm fine with this. Okay, I'll fake out the Flareon. Are you winning, son? So far we are. It's going surprisingly smoothly. Oh, Flash Fire Boost. I didn't think about that one. Scary. I'm leaning towards Double Edge kills Flareon. Not that it really matters. It did kill. Very nice. Good job, Persian. Teamy likes Shift 3 as a way out of Ride on Golem. Yeah, definitely. And Explosion is just really nice to beat some Pokemon you can't really deal with. Samson, you finished set 6. And you have exactly 48 battle points to go snag Ice Punch before going for gold. Well, you still need a couple rounds more for gold, but nice that you can finally have it. Team you don't like leading Shifty 4 because 90% of the time it has to swap out, explode, or try to hit mediocre Mega Kicks. Yeah, I also didn't really like Shift 3 lead, but a lot of people used it. Or at least, I've seen it multiple times. Yeah, I was debating between Nidoking and Typhlosion lead, and I went with Nidoking. But Typhlosion may have been better. Probably was better. Emphasizes speed and special attack. Do I care? I could bring Persian into double ghost that I cannot touch. But I think Latios could be a bigger issue. I think I'm just going Persian. Earthquake, okay, that's the Dusclops. Thunderbolt, that's the Gengar. Oh, that's a little annoying actually. Psychic. Thunderbolt could be a Quick Claw. But it could also just be Bright Powder and then... Well, Crunch shouldn't one-shot me. But it could Ice Punch Crunch. How much does Gengar do to Lapras? Ooh, can two-shot me. That's not good. I mean, I probably have two chances. I mean, actually, oh wait, no, that's definitely not what I want. Like, if he doesn't attack me turn 1, like, well, I guess I could get crit on Latios, but I have to do something. Yeah, Samson substitute would be really good, especially with Destiny Bond. It's a great move for Gengar. Okay, no Houndoom. But Shadow Ball Dusclops can still kill my Latios as well. Okay, Gengar's just dead. Teamy don't mind having to click Mega Kick too much on like Snorlax, Granbull, or Ursaring. Because if you hit once, you kill something. Or if you miss, you generally get to try again. Yeah, especially on Snorlax. You're so bulky. Oh yeah, and you were always gonna Earthquake. Next to the Gengar. Yeah, we were very safe actually. Yeah, I'm just not very used to using inaccurate moves. I avoid them like the plague usually, but you don't really have that luxury in Factory as much. But still, I think Nidoking wasn't like a really bad Pokemon or anything. I think the main reasons for Typhlosion would have been you can switch into a Fire type and it actually has some speed investment and higher base speed. Like, the team was so slow. Oh no, it's just Fortress. I figured I spelled it too much like Fortress, but whatever. Brandon, you got penalized with Megahorn Herod just now. You missed 3 times in one battle. Yep. That's the reason why I haven't used Heracross yet. And it's also why I don't use Meteor Mash Metagross. Dara, you love Tropius? I think Tropius is a really cool Pokemon. It's a shame it's not very good, but at least it's good for flying you around. So that's something. We're getting pretty close to our goal. Couple more rounds. Of course, anything could happen. Guitar's Raymond. That's Pokemon with Thunderwave. Skilled at upsetting foes emotionally. I think that's such a funny phrase. It is double electric. Should I bring Lapras into double electric? Manectric would be a one-shot. Latios, Double Edge, Dragon Claw should be a one-shot. Wait, is this Bright Powder? Yeah, Thunderwave is on a Bright Powder Latios. That's annoying. It isn't guaranteed though. And the Ampharos can probably also be Bright Powder. Right? Yes, Thunderwave Ampharos has Bright Powder. That is also annoying. And it's the first round, so we don't get to see. Actually, what's the emphasized special attack? Yeah, that tells us nothing. Well, maybe? Is there a physical Manectric? No. Okay, it doesn't tell us anything, I think. I guess it tells us it's not physical wait, actually, yeah, it's not physical Ampharos with... not mixed attacking Ampharos with mixed attacking Latios with max investment. Rennie, you like Meteor on Metagross because he has stats to live? Hera not as much? I don't agree as much as most people that Metagross is bulky enough to survive. Because you're kind of slow. And you're not strong enough to kill a lot of Pokemon. And especially if you miss, of course. So I don't think Metagross is bulky enough. Even though it has insanely bulky stats. Against some Pokemon, of course, you do survive 2 hits. But against a lot you don't. So the problem is the potential for Bright Powder on Ampharos or Latios. If it's double electric, they shouldn't be able to beat Latios. So I guess Latios Lapras is probably fine. But what if it's... No, it Manectric will be one shot. Yeah, I think this is fine, actually. Teamy, your logic was Typhlosion plus Gengar, 31 IVs are very fast and kill stuff. Like chip something, then follow it up. Yeah, I just did not like... let's see... I'll try to kill Latios first. Because it's faster. Faster than Lapras, that is. Yeah, I didn't like physical Gengar. Crit, okay, that probably mattered. Like maybe we one-shot the Zero Bulk one. Or like it's a roll, maybe. but not that likely. But they were probably both clicking T-Wave anyway, because they don't see any kills. So it doesn't really matter. You didn't want to use Nidoking and Gengar both. Yeah, that would definitely lose to Latios. Okay, Latios, just crit both of them. Why don't you? I mean, that speeds things up a little bit. We take those. You didn't really need it. But we'll take it. Like, maybe the first one mattered, but the second definitely didn't. Okay, Finn is a dangerous trainer, potentially. So it's Quick Claw Slowking. And then Lantern 3-4, and then can be 6 out of the 8 Starmies, I believe. I think we just do Latios Lapras again. Maybe could have gone Persian instead. Timmy would only put Meteor Mash on Metagross if you're afraid you need to 1v1 certain threats in a pinch. Yeah, I could see that. But still, if an inaccurate move is your best answer, you're probably not like getting the most consistent streak with the team like that. Okay, we didn't get Quick Claw, Ice Beam, Frozen or Crit, so that's a good start. Starmie dies. And we shouldn't be able to lose anymore. Hello, Tempest King. We did get frozen, but it wasn't Quick Claw, so it's fine. Team of Meteor Mash, you're pretty sure you get to 1v1 Regirock right on Tyranitar. A lot more reliable. Yeah, but like if you miss, you just lost. So... that's not really that great. Brandon, for some reason you're having a way harder time with Hard Gold versus Emerald Factory. From my understanding, Gen 4 Factory is just more difficult. And you also have to do one extra round. So it's also difficult in that way. But from what I've heard, there's just... I don't know what exactly it is, but the trainers are more difficult to beat. More threatening sets or something, I don't know. It's been a long time since I've played Gen 4 Factory. We still haven't run into Soundproof, which is crazy. I mean, the Soundproof Pokemon aren't super common, but last stream we ran into so many. Willing to risk total disaster. That could be Claydol, that could be Metagross with Explosion, could be both. Um, let's see. Ductrio Fissure. Definitely dangerous. Earthquake, that could be any of them. Earthquake. Ah, thank you. Super insightful. What was the phrase? Emphasizes attack. Okay, that doesn't tell me too much either. All the Ductrios are max attack, max speed. 2 of them have fissure. I mean, if it's Ductrio, Persian can just double edge in one shot. And then if it's Claydol Metagross, we can fake out the Claydol. And if Metagross explodes, Claydol will die. Unless Focus Band activates. Looks more like a Gen 3 OU team? Yeah, it kinda does. Okay, I think we should fake out Claydol here. Metagross does have a chance to one-shot my Persian. But he missed! Haha. Nice. Yeah, I should probably just double protect here. Did not target the Persian, okay. Could be a weaker Metagross, or it could just not see the roll. Meteor Mash missed. It's too bad we don't get to see who gets targeted by the Meteor Mash when it misses. Big crit? That's crazy. It has to be mixed attacking Metagross, right? Which shouldn't be able to see the kill, I think. I think he needs a plus attack nature. Or, no, actually, the plus attack natures aren't max special attack, or max physical attack, I think. I think they're just 170. Or maybe I'm misremembering. But it doesn't really matter. Brandon, something you really like about Factory is using mons you'd never really use. And see their cool, weird back sprites. Yeah, I mean, that's why I think most people really like the Factories. You just get to use Pokemon you don't have. It's just really cool. But nowadays, I can have pretty much any Pokemon, so it's not as interesting anymore. But as a kid, it was super cool. Neglect speed. Okay, so no speed Starmie. Tyranitar, Machamp. I should check if there's a Focus Punch. Flamethrower. That could be T-Tar or Machamp. Earthquake. That could be Tyranitar or Machamp. Surf. I think that could also be T-Tar. But more likely to be Starmie. Starmie Machamp. Okay. Starmie and Machamp could both have Bright Powder. Starmie's more likely. Nah, well, I guess if it's Surf, there can only be one Bright Powder with Surf. Flamethrower is not Bright Powder if it's Flamethrower Machamp. I guess I am more afraid of Machamp. But what if... actually, let me check. Bright Powder Starmie. If it has Surf, it's Thunderbolt. That's the worst thing for Lapras. But the best thing for Latios, so I think I'll focus the Machamp. Okay, it could still be Focus Band. We did not need a crit. Hello, Lucky Rob. You got the gold symbol from the factory finally. All in all, played over the course of 2 weeks. I mean, that's not too bad. A lot of people struggle much longer. Congratulations on your gold. Oh wait, we knew it was no speed, so it couldn't have been Bright Powder. I forgot. That was this battle, right? Yeah, the Bright Powder ones have speed. So what's next for you, Rob? Is your streak still alive? Are you gonna play some more? Or are you moving on to a different facility? $22 rounds won. Brandon, you think you spent like a good 3 weeks trying to get it, rage quit for a year, then got it after 3 tries? That sounds like the factory. You even doubled your record to 88. 88 is quite insane, actually. But that's how it goes, yeah. Very strange how things work. Yeah, it just works like that sometimes. Okay, Piper is a set 1 trainer. That means Bright Powder Flygon. We can one-shot Arrow with Latios. We can one-shot Flygon if we don't miss. Whiscash 1 does not have fissure. I'm very sure. I don't think it matters too much. I mean, Omniboost Aerodactyl maybe could be annoying. I'm just gonna go Latios and potentially we just sweep. If it's not Whiscash. Rob, you're still alive in the factory. It will stay untouched. You love watching it, playing not so much. I think that's most people. I also prefer watching Factory over playing Factory, but the seeded Factory was fun. It helps that I didn't need to grind 4 rounds before getting into actual Factory. You already have silver everywhere else? Well, that just means you still have to get the gold ones. Maybe focusing on finishing the decks on your emerald first to get that cute Totodile. Alright, good luck with that. That's, I don't know how far you are, but that is quite a bit of work. Yeah, I still have to get gold in the pike and the pyramid. At the start of the stream, you saw some eggs and a Chansey. That's for my pike team. And then for pyramid, I'm not sure yet what I want to do, because I'm likely gonna switch up the team depending on the round. But still have to figure it out. Maybe I do just use one team. Brandon, you're so grateful for all the content Magpie has made. So interesting and digestible. Yeah, it helps a lot if you're not familiar with the frontier. Skylar is a camper. That's set 4. That's Bright Powder Earth Ring. This is what we lost our previous streak to. Bright Powder Earth Ring, activated Bright Powder, and crit Latios to one shot. But I did misplay that. Well, I could have brought Lapras, is what I discovered later. Because it was also Donphan with Quick Claw. And I didn't realize Quick Claw crit could never one-shot my Latios because of the bad IVs. Okay, there's just no Earth Ring. I think I have to protect here because this one could be Quick Claw Fissure my Lapras. So if it Quick Claw Fissures and then Altaria... Wait, does it have Dragon Claw? Well, if it crits me, I might die. I was thinking Ice Beam Freeze, but if it has Dragon Claw crit, it would go for that, and then I guess it needs a crit instead. So yeah, I think protect Ice Beam. For the unlikely event that it's a Quick Claw Fissure plus Dragon Claw crit. Okay, no Quick Claw. Teammate, you think there are almost no Pokemon you have never chosen in Factory? Although you can't remember the last time you used Magmar? I mean, I haven't played Factory very much, so literally every Pokemon in the draft for the seeded Factory yesterday I had never used, I'm pretty sure. Cool trainer Leon. Willing to risk total disaster. Okay, it's Explosion Claydol. That is scary. Cross Chop. Okay, it's not Bright Powder. That's good. Cross Chop again. You had never liked using Typhlosion before? That was new to you? Yeah, it is interesting how that goes sometimes. Who was the third Pokemon? Claydol, Machamp, Jolteon. Ooh, Jolteon is a little scary. Especially if it's Quick Claw, Cross Chop into Thunderbolt. Onto Lapras. Can I go Persian instead? Let's see. If it's Claydol, Jolteon, should probably fake out Claydol because it could explode into Bright Powder Jolteon. If it's Machamp, Claydol, I should protect Persian because Cross Chop will see the one shot. I think. Like, I know, but I guess I could also fake out Machamp. But there's not really a reason. If it's Machamp Jolteon, I think I also protect. I think this is what I'm doing. Samson, how do you know how many IVs the opponent has in Battle Tower? So it depends on the first round the trainer can appear in. Actually, I will... 1 second. I'll link you something. Okay, if you go to this link in the chat, for each round, like the first round they can appear in, first round 3 IV, second round 6, third 9, 4 12, 5 15, 6 18, 7 21, and then anything higher is perfect, so 31. And it's all dependent on the first round they can appear in. So if a trainer that can show up in round 1 shows up in round 2, they still have 3 IVs and not 6. Okay, Machamp Claydol, so I'm gonna go with Protect Persian. And Cross Chop should always go into the Persian. Psychic into Lapras. Okay, that's a little bit annoying. At least it dealt no damage. So I don't think Machamp can see the kill yet. So we're safe on this turn. Do I want to set up a substitute? Yeah, actually I think I do, because then Machamp could see the kill next turn, which means Persian potentially survives. Yeah, so it would be ideal for Machamp to crush chop the Lapras. Let's see if that actually happens. It's 50-50, I think. Oh, he misses. We're not gonna find out. Tima usually ignore Typhlosion on draft. He had used Typhlosion free before, but it's terrible. Even if you set up Endure Select, it doesn't kill many things. Yeah, it just doesn't have stab like Blaziken. It's just the worst Blaziken. Samson, Walrein 3 came out and your heart started racing. Walrein is a scary Pokemon. There's a reason why Walrein has ended my longest streaks in doubles and singles. But that was Walrein 4. But 3 is also extremely scary. We haven't been lower than first seed a single time so far. I do think it's probably possible. Because we have Persian, but maybe not. We do have a Latios and a Lapras, so... got some pretty good Pokemon. Gengar, Dragonite, Typhlosion. Speed special attack. I'm thinking Latios, because we one-shot Gengar and D-Knight. Thunderbolt, okay, that could be anything except Typhlosion. Shadow Ball. Okay, there is a mixed attacking Gengar, and I think it has Thunderbolt. Okay, it's Overheat Typhlosion. Let's have a look at Shadow Ball. Oh, there are two Bright Powder, Shadow Ball, Thunderbolt, Gengars. That's not what I like to see. No, I think I'm still going Latios, Lapras. Team of Blaziken freeze great. It has much better attack and stab, meaning most things die to its reversal. You just have to steer clear of status conditions. Yeah. Also, its higher attack makes Earthquake more potent to begin with. That as well. Okay, so we know it's extremely likely to be Bright Powder Gengar. If it's not, then it's Physical Gengar, which we're not afraid of. So we're gonna ignore Gengar, kill Dragonite. Because if the Bright Powder is on Gengar, it can't be on Dragonite. Thunderbolt. So this does two-shot me. Or at least it's a roll to do so. So very likely to see another Thunderbolt into Lapras. We will just protect Psychic. And hopefully we won't miss a million times and then die to like Ice Beam crit. There we go. And that's another round. Moving on to round 24. Just 2 more. And we'll reach our goal. I feel like we used Persian a lot more last time, but then, like I did mention, we ran into soundproof a bunch. Okay. Almost the same team. Gengar, Dragonite, Charizard. Uses startling and disruptive moves, so I'm guessing status moves? It could be Gengar 1. Let's see. Startling... 1+ rare moves. Wait, what? What's a rare move? Assist, Baton Pass, Beat Up, Camouflage, Doom Desire? Why is Doom Desire in here? Jirachi can't be here. Dream Eater. Oh, that's Gengar. Follow Me, Future Sight, Helming Hand, Hidden Power, Imprison, Memento, Metronome, Mimic, Mirror Move, Pain Split, Payday, Secret Power, Sketch, Skill Swap, that's also Gengar, Snatch, Spite, Splash, Substitute, Thief, Transform, Trick. Okay, so it's definitely the Gengar that has either Dream Eater or Skill Swap. Skill Swap is Quick Claw with Thunderbolt, so that could be a little bit annoying. And then Dream Eater is Gengar 1, right? Or am I just thinking of Gardevoir 1? No, definitely Gengar 1. I mean Gardevoir 1 as well. Okay, didn't show up. Dragonite could have Bright Powder, Charizard could have Bright Powder, Charizard could have Focus Band. Okay, we found the Bright Powder. And it's on Dragonite. Does Latios die this turn? No, because Dragonite went for Earthquake. And Charizard is not the Focus Band set, I'm pretty sure. So we're just killing Charizard this turn. And if Dragonite sees the kill on Latios, then we get a substitute. If it doesn't, it's gonna Earthquake again, which does no damage. So substitute is still fine. Double Edge, okay. It didn't kill. Alright, we get another chance. This time we hit. Not that it mattered. We already won. Hello, remember? Looks like you're right on time. Yeah, we're almost at our goal. So you're in time to either see us lose just before. Okay, Doreen, that's legendaries. And Dragonite T-Tar. There's the T-Tar. This looks like a... yeah, this is a Persian match. We could one-shot Moltres, but Lapras isn't that afraid of Moltres. Persian doesn't lose. Well, let's find out. Alright. No T-Tar, that should just be a free win. Moltres can definitely see the kill. So I think... I mean... Does it really matter? Lapras just wins. Like, Articuno doesn't do much. We're gonna start with Fake Out. Okay, protect Articuno. We will just protect. Articuno tries to protect as well, but fails. There's Overheat. That definitely one-shots. That's one of the strongest moves in the game. Overheat from Moltres. It's insanely powerful. Articuno really does not like winning, but I do. And there we go. Overheat kills, yes, Overheat kills. Classic. Yep, Overheat kills. Another win for Persim. Alright, Marv. That's a a maniac, that's dangerous. Yep, that looks pretty dangerous to me. Tyranitar, Dragonite, Rhydon. This is a set 3 and 4 trainer. However, Dragonite and Tyranitar are any set. I'm mostly worried about the Rhydon here. The issue is I can't really fake out substitute, which is what I sometimes do against OHKO moves. I haven't been able to do that in a while though. Rhydon 3 and 4 both have Quick Claw Horn Drill. I could go Persian Latios and go fake out Ice Beam and ride on dice before it gets the move. However, I'm not very good against Tyranitar. Like, Persian can't touch Tyranitar. I don't have Waterfall on this Latios, so Latios doesn't do that much to Tyranitar. Yogurt, what Pokemon pair well with Gyarados? You want to try using him in the arena? Normally, I would say Steelix. However, in the arena, you don't get to switch. So, not as much of a good combo as it usually is. I think we're just gonna have to go Latios, Lapras. There's at least one Pokemon we can one-shot. And potentially two. But I would definitely pick something that is good into Pokemon that have electric moves. Okay, Tyranitar Rhydon. Potentially the worst combination of Pokemon. And by potentially, I think I mean definitely. I cannot play safe. I have to go Parasong here. Okay, no Quick Claw. We should be fine. That should be a win. So, of course, you need to be good into electric types. However, you also need to be good into other Pokemon with electric moves like Gengar and Latios, Gardevoir, Alakazam. Mostly psychic types. They're really annoying. Oh, Thunderbolt. Steelix, your goat, Urban Skyer. Steelix is pretty good. Let's see how much damage we deal. Do protect? Yeah. Electric and fire coverage is scary from your experience. Even Ampharos 2-shot Steelix with Fire Punch. Yeah. Steelix is not great into mixed attackers. So yeah, I don't think Steelix is really the best for Arena because you're so slow and you don't get to switch. Mostly because you don't get to switch, really. But because you don't get to switch and you're so slow, you're not very strong. Teamy think Follow Me Clefable could be interesting. I mean, Follow Me in general could be really interesting. I've been mostly interested in Togetic with Follow Me Helping Hand. Haven't used it though. So this is set 1. On Piper. That does mean Quick Claw Horn Drill. Let's see. I think... can Pharaoh one shot with a crit? Very unlikely, but possible. Okay, I think I'm gonna go offensive mode for once. Urban Skyer, only reason he works so well for you, so you can infinitely swap between him and Vaporeon. Yeah, I've used Steelix with Gyarados and Mantine. So we have an immunity to ground. Really good switch in to water. Okay, we're gonna fake out Psychic the Nidoking. And there's a extremely small chance that Fearow one-shots Latios with a crit. Follow me overrides Lightning Rod. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh! Does he get the high roll crit? No, he didn't even get the high roll, let alone the crit. Thank you, KT, for the good luck. We're almost there. One more round. This was round 24. We're at 96 wins. This is where every trainer is gonna have soundproof. Soundproof makes you immune to Perish Song. Yeah, Mantine is pretty nice with Steelix. The only problem is if you're up against, let's say, Walrein, and it guesses that Steelix does not have Sturdy, you switch into Mantine, it goes for Sheer Cold, and you die. That's basically the weakness. Okay, that's an explosion. Oh, it's set free. Set free trainer. Electrode free does have explosion. And Fortress free also has explosion. I thought so. The Swampert is a counter set with Ice Beam. Let's see. How bad is Electrode free for me? If it's Electrode Fortress, Electrode explodes. That doesn't actually kill Lapras. It also doesn't kill Fortress. Yeah, I guess it's not that bad if Electrode gets to explode. How much... Do I just one-shot it with Psychic? I do, and it's not Bright Powder. Okay, I think this is just Latios. Electrode free is also soundproof, potentially. True. That is true. Hello, B-Shows! It did not bring soundproof. We will kill the Swampert, or try to, in 2 shots. Explosion, I don't care. Swampert should die. Yeah, I think we just Perish Song. Sap Cannon. Oh, right. and Swampert went for counter, which was extremely likely. Kill you. I'll just protect. Sapcan actually did a decent amount of damage. I mean, it is a pretty powerful move, but it's also a fortress. Missed. It is 50% accuracy. I hope for Battle 100 we get to bring Persian. Because there's been a lot of Latios battles lately. Jasper, that's an expert. Those are dangerous. Registeel, but that's not dangerous when we have Perisong. I wonder if Superpower Registeel can see the one-shot on Persian. Do I play Pokemon TCG? No, I do not. I've never really been a TCG player, regardless of if it's Pokemon or not. An overall weak team. Dome is so disrespectful. Especially in level 100 because due to a bug, some of the strongest teams will end up as the lowest seed. So it's very interesting when you see like a legendary, all legendary team and it says very unlikely to win something. Samson, if someone, for example, trainer 240, in the battle tower who can have set 1 through 4, so any set, a bunch of different ones. If he has Metagross 3, does that mean his Scissor and others will also be set 3? No, it does not. It can still be any set as long as it doesn't share an item. Urban Sky, you want to learn more about TCG? Mainly because you've been looking to apply to work at a local card store for a second part-time job. Something on top of your full-time job that you would actually enjoy doing. Yeah, it probably would be pretty nice if you actually knew something about the card game. Alright, another Perisong victory. Urban Sky, you know a lot about sports cards. which is nice, but you need to get your TCG knowledge up. Sports card, that's... Isn't that quite a big thing in America? They're not as much a thing here. They are for football when there's like a World Cup or something, I think. Or maybe that's no longer really a thing. I don't know. It used to be a thing some years ago. Okay, Parasol Lady means weather setting move. So sunny day, Cradley. Wait, they're all sunny day, aren't they? There's gonna be a lot of solar beams. He shows you enjoy playing TCG, you just misplay things because you're a beginner. Yeah, there would be a lot of stuff to learn. Dryad, you just collect cards. I gave all my cards away to the neighbor kids when they started getting into Pokemon. But I do have a Tangela card that I got recently after using Tangela in the tower. Let's see. Do I just want to go offensive mode? Solar beams are a bit scary. Especially if, like, let's say Foulplume sets up the sun and then Cradley goes for Solar Beam on the same turn. Or worse would be Exploud setting up the sun and Foulplume going for Solar Beam. That would be a lot of damage. Cradley is not a threat. Yeah, I'm feeling offensive mode. Yeah, if Foulplume is here, we kill Foulplume before Cradley. What if it's Exploud though? We can fake out. Samson, you got 49. Nice. You're exhausted though. It's a lot of work. Yeah, it gets pretty tough when you're on long streaks. It's definitely good to take breaks. Okay. I don't think Sludge Bomb crit one-shots me. This is a Quick Claw Foulplume, which is why I'm afraid of getting one-shot by crit. So I think I'm faking out the Exploud and one-shotting the Foulplume. It's ironic how scary Solar Beam is. Grass is just not a great offensive type, but it matches up well into meta Frontier Mons. Yeah, it can be scary sometimes. And it is one of the most powerful moves. Hello, Guillermo. Am I gonna watch the football finals? Probably not. Maybe on the side. I don't know. I'm not super into football. I did watch part of it, but the hype has died down a bit. Okay, Caitlyn is set too. So Wishcash does not have Fissure. Oh, this is Battle 100, right? I want to bring Persian here if I can. And I think I probably can. Oh, let's have a look at our cards. Willing to risk total disaster. That's because of Perish Song. Emphasizes speed. That is true. We have speed investment on the Lapras. Hermeskyre, for what it's worth, your GF and you were hoping Netherlands was going to make a run. I think they had a decent chance. Actually, let me think about it. I could go offensive mode as well. Because we one-shot Charizard, and we would fake out... Actually, set 2 isn't Bright Powder, right? No, it is. Okay, okay. We're bringing Lapras, I guess. Yeah, we are bringing Lapras. Any preference? Which country I want to send? Spain? I don't care too much, to be honest. Is this Wish Cache gonna have higher priority for Persian or for Earthquake? Because the AI really loves, or not Persian, Future Sight, sorry. Future Sight or Earthquake, because when it's next to a Levitating or Flying type, it really wants the Earthquake. But when Future Sight is not active, the AI really likes Future Sight, but I don't know how high the priority is. So we might see Future Sight here. Not that it matters, it's just interesting. USA common chokers in international play? I mean, is it really choking when you're just worse? Like, the first time they played a decent team, they lost? Okay, did go for Future Sight. Very interesting. I think the seeding for the knockout rounds was so insanely weird. Like, Canada got second seed and it got to play South Africa, which is not a good team. We got first seed. We got to play Morocco, which is a higher ranked team than us. We are ranked 7 in the world. They were ranked 6. Like, maybe it has changed now because of more matches have been played. That is insanely... That's round of 32, by the way. And if we had gotten second, we would have played Brazil. And third, we would have played France. Like, what the hell is wrong with our group? Why does our group need to lose immediately? Like, why is it the seeding based on, I don't know, performance? That's just so weird to me. Or like drawn after words, but yeah. Same with Argentina not having like any good teams until semifinals. Maybe they're using Battle Dome seeding? Oh, that could be it. Yeah, we were facing like a Doreen in round 1. Then we don't know why there's so many people that can't stand Argentinian players. There's probably a lot of reasons. There we have it. 100 wins with Persian. And we got to use Persian in the final battle. Very nice. "25 wins. So we're not gonna change teams or anything. I'm gonna keep going with this team until we lose, I think. I don't know how long that's gonna take. Today went pretty smoothly, but there's a lot of things that could go wrong. That's kind of just the nature of Dome, especially in doubles. So this streak could go 50, could go 100, or we could lose the next round. Persian MVP? Yeah, just ignore the Lapras. That is doing like most of the work. Yeah, Persian has done pretty well. Today, Latios did get a lot more work to do than last stream. But yeah, that just depends on who we're facing. But the Persian does pretty well. I'm happy we got back to 25. Because I have another streak on a different save file where I got 25 and stopped playing. I didn't lose that one. So those are tied right now. So this is my PB. And hopefully we can keep going for quite a bit more. But that won't be this stream. Because we're already going for 3 hours. So thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. It is a bit repetitive in terms of gameplay for this team. Because we basically just press Persim every time and win. But there is still quite a bit of decision making, at least for some of the battles. But yeah, Persian back at 100 wins. Very nice. One of my favorite Pokemon. Not a great Pokemon. But if you want to use weaker Pokemon, the Dome is definitely one of the best places. If you're looking to get like gold. Yeah, you can just use a lot of Pokemon. For longer streaks, maybe not as good. But I mean, Persian has a pretty decent streak right now. It depends on the rest of your team. But yeah, this is definitely the best facility, or one of the best facilities, to use weaker Pokemon. So I definitely recommend it if that's something you want to do. Riley is streaming right now. He's not doing Factory or Frontier today. He's doing some shiny hunting because of Safari Week. So when I end my stream, there will be a pop-up in the chat that will link you to his stream. So I will be going over there and maybe I'll see some of you there. So thanks for watching. I hope you have a good rest of your weekend. And probably more Persian. Well, next week. I don't know if it's going to be the weekend. Maybe it will be earlier. Somewhere just during the week. Yeah, thanks for watching. Tomorrow I'll do a stream in multi-battle with Tower with NPCs. I'm currently at 399 wins. So we're going to go for 400. I mean, we only need 1 win, so... surely we don't lose the first battle. Surely not. 399. So that will be tomorrow. So if you're interested, you can come and watch then. Or watch it back later if you're not available. Because it is a work day. And time zones are a thing. But yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good weekend. And good luck with your own shiny hunts, breeding, frontier streaks, whatever.